What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? You know why I'm here. It's your boy, AB. Thank you for checking out another one of my weekly Forex analysis. You guys know how I usually do it. I usually start off by going over the fundamental analysis, if you will, looking at what type of news can happen throughout the week so that we can be prepared for it. So Monday, 2:40, like today, 2:40 a.m. So basically, London session. We're gonna have some AUD news. We're gonna have a speaker. Governor Lowe speaks. 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're gonna have AUD news again. Monetary policy meeting minutes. So watch out for some type of volatility in the Australian dollar. I'm not expecting a lot, but just expect some if it happens. It could be an opportunity to get into a trade, if you will, maybe. Who knows? um, there's open JMMC meetings, and if I remember, I don't know too much about this meeting, but I do know that doesn't happen quite often. I think it doesn't, or it not that it doesn't happen quite often, but that it doesn't really move the market a lot. So meetings are attended by representatives from the 13 OPEC members and 11 other oil-rich nations. So basically, the U.S., obviously Canada. Um, I'm pretty sure Russia's in it. A lot of different countries are in it, and they discuss a range of issues regarding energy markets, and most importantly, agree on how much oil they will produce. The meetings are closed to the press, but officials usually talk with reporters throughout the day, and a formal statement covering policy shifts and meeting objectives is released after the meetings have concluded. And this has been going on since 2017. But yeah, so this is basically for oil traders. I don't really look at oil, so not something I really care about. We do have retail sales for the U.S. dollar on Tuesday at 7:30 a.m. So that could be good for some USD volatility because I'm looking for the USD to start pumping. Um, we have AUD Governor Low again. He speaks at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time on Tuesday. 7:30 a.m. we have CPI for the Canadian dollar. AED news, employment change and unemployment rates at 6:30 p.m. on Wednesday. So definitely expect some type of volatility in AUD throughout the week. So that's already a given. We have non-farm payroll for Canadian dollars on November 19th, and we have retail sales on Thursday. Sorry, Thursday, November 19th, and then we don't have to worry about this until next week. So that's about it for the week for when it comes to fundamentals. Let's go to the technical analysis. So I'm going to clear off my remove drawings. All right, so let's take a look at the DXY for a second, right? So price, remember how last week when I had mentioned that I was thinking that price was going to come and reject off of this support right here? It went ahead and did that just as planned, and that's nice that I got to see that. Um, I still personally think that this can potentially go bullish. It's just that right now there's nothing really saying that it is, unless you want to talk about. Let me go on the 4 hour time frame real quick. Unless you want to talk about price breaking through this structure that's right here, that is currently um, at right now, then yes, we could say that okay, price did make this bullish move and then it kept going up, so it did break this bear structure and it's retesting it now. So this I'm liking that for right now. As for like I said, for right now, I'm liking that, but I am still observant about. I'll start from right here. This fib getting played out because we still have this 61.8 up here that price can come back up to and then reject off of it and then continue to the downside. So I'm still, like I said, I'm still expecting the US dollar to still pump up but at the same time, I'm kind of like, what happens if it just comes down and keeps going to the downside? So I'm really watching for this move right here, right now, right? Um, I do like how it did come lower than this for a liquidity grab and then pushed up. So it never came back down here necessarily. So that's another thing that's making me think that, okay, maybe price isn't necessarily gonna keep falling. So we'll see how this plays out though. Again, I do like how price is chilling right here. Um, I still need to see how price comes and rejects and plays out over here because it could literally just come here and then end up dropping. Now, this isn't what I want to do. I want this to continue going even higher than that, but this is just, like I said, something that I'm watching for. I'm watching for it, right? I'm not intending for the DXY to push up here. That's why I don't even have it as a sell box. I'm just like observing, you know? Let's go ahead and check out arbitrage. I already kind of cheated, and like I said, I already checked out some trades and stuff like that. So already have, I'm already wanting this to happen right here. Which, if you, oh, well, I'm not even too sure what that would look like, but if I drop the fib from this candle and then take it, oops, down to here, then it matches up pretty nicely with that 78.6. Not all the way up there, but as price goes up, the band will go shorter. So it really does match up really nicely with that. So I'm really liking the DXY to go bullish from right here, right now. But it did open up with a gap, and it is currently showing on an arbitrage that it is calling for a sell in the 4 hour. But again, a gap was being called out. So I'm just like, I'll wait a little bit. I still like where it's holding at because you guys know that I use this lower danger zone right here as a support, and it's still holding at that support. So if price does come eventually and close under like 92.500, then or like get 92.520 or whatever, then yeah, that's when I'll be like, okay, maybe I should wait a little bit before entering into any USD related trades. But I am definitely bullish on the DXY. Let's go to the daily time frame real quick. Yeah, even the daily time frame right now, it's currently just, well, it's a little bit under, a little bit under this um lower danger zone right here, right? So kind of want to see how that's going to still play out regardless. I'm going to the weekly real quick. Weekly, I'm pretty sure it's still, yeah, it's still down over here. So I still want this to, I can't sell down here. It's just not a smart idea for me personally to try to sell down here. We had oversolds on the 1 hour before the market closed, and price even gapped lower. So I want to see that turn around for sure. So just for those who want to be safer, I would suggest that I'm going to go ahead and set this alert. Let me actually make sure all these alerts are cleared. So stop all. All right. So for those who are want to be safer and want to wait for this call, I'm going to go ahead and set an alert for the DXY for when it goes bullish. And then that can possibly give you some confluence for your USD related pairs. All right. So there we go. Got the DXY on board. But yeah, like I mentioned, the 4 hour is what I'm mostly focused on right now. I'm mostly focused on this to respect at this level and then continue going to the upside. All right, so let's go ahead and go on to Euro USD, which is basically the same thing, right? So let's look at this because I still want to, you know what? Let me just remove everything and start off fresh. Okay, so price has been extremely bullish and it's been playing around. Well, it hasn't really been playing around, but it did come back down to this support before it shot back up, which it's currently at right now. And then we also have up here where price has rejected multiple times. Price still hasn't came up back to this high as of yet, so that's something that I'm really watching for. But but if I'm gonna be an A about it, and I still see that price can reject off of these highs right here, which it has, which it did last week. It still jumped off, I mean bounced off of these, and this still is respecting it, so it could still possibly fall right now, right? But that's not what I'm trying to look at this point. So go to the 4 hour time frame. So I'm still, like I said, I'm still looking to sell this, and I like this bearish engulfing candle that I saw last week. That was beautiful for me to see, so that I can be like, okay, I still like this sell. But I want to see price come up and really hit at these Fibonacci levels right here, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and map that out. Then I'm gonna make this into a sell box. So I do still want to see this really get hit. Um, I have a feeling though it's not. I still have, well, no, let me not say I have a feeling that it's not. I do think as it is. I'm still gonna put a buy limit right here. I'm gonna put a buy limit, I mean a sell limit right here to continue selling Euro USD to the downside, right? Um, but I do see that, like I said, there it is at this previous so resistance, if you will. Well, now it's resistance, but it was once support. It's still right there, and it's still rejecting off of it. So I just need it, like I said, I just need it to go up and push up a little higher. I'm setting my sell limit right here, and this is the trade setup that I'm looking to get into, right? Now I like this move a lot. Kind of want to take it down here, to be honest with you. So this move is a 1 to 4.30 risk to, or 4.31 risk to reward ratio. Um, I'm also probably going to end up putting another position right here at the 71%, and then higher stop loss, which is right here. But then the same move, and then yeah, so this is a 1 to 4.50 basically, while this is a 1 to 4.31. Basically risking the same amount of pips on both moves, but this I like this position better than this one naturally. So this is what I'm looking at for Euro USD. I want this to push down, right? And then if I go on over to, hold on. If I go on over to arbitrage right here, it is calling for a buy, yes. But same thing with the DXY. If it's really gonna hold at this resistance or this upper danger zone, then I definitely want to still keep. I still want to sell it. So for those that are still in this trade from last week, because I did mention last week that I like the I like the sell on this. If you're still in this, it'd be wise to wait for this 4 hour to get called, because it did currently close over the RSI line, but it could still climb up a little higher. Again, like I mentioned, to go and hit that 61.8, which I have my sell limit at. So yeah, I would definitely be careful with that move. But if you want, you could also take the sell right there. Let's go into the 15-minute time frame. I'm gonna go ahead and set this alert because I'm more than certain the 1 hour and the daily are all calling for buy. Well, not the daily, but like the weekly is calling for a buy. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a short once per bar close. So the candle has to close before it'll send this alert to me. And then we're good. Just to go look at the daily, why not? All right, so even the daily's at this upper danger zone, which I'd like to see. The daily's been extremely sloppy on the arbitrage though. Extremely sloppy. I don't like how it's been looking at all on the daily. And the weekly is just showing that it's extremely overbought, and I just want to see this drop on a weekly basis. So, but that's my opinion on the technically analyzing Euro USD. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to GU. Excellent. I like what GU is doing. All right, so for those in the swing trade, if you want to stay in the trade, by all means. Every week I change everything. So yeah, if you're still in the same swing trade from last week, then but hey, by all means, keep trading, man. But I'm getting new setups right now. All right, so GPUSD off of this daily swing, I can't ignore this. It did come to the 61.8, dropped, came over here where I would have taken 70% of my trade, and then popped back up, hit the 78.6, and then dropped again. I'm still looking at selling this unless it breaks through this zone. Unless it breaks out of this sell box, I'm still looking to sell this. And especially with how the US dollar is looking, and I want the GBPs to actually fall, this well, the GBP falls, then and USD is rising, then yeah, this would definitely be crashing. So I definitely would love to see that on GU. Still want to see this sell, like where it's at. Gonna go into the 4-hour time frame real quick. So off of this impulsive sell move, because on the 1 hour, I'm pretty sure it's impulsive, we can see that price has now risen up a little bit, and it hasn't came exactly to the 61.8 fib over here, but that's where I'd be looking to get an entry. So we got a sell box and a sell box. But I definitely want to see this move happen. So what I'm going to do, same thing with GU. I'm going to set a sell limit right here at the 71, which is 1.32522 or 1.32500 basically. And I want to sell it down to the next level, right? That's what I'm looking at for this 4-hour move. Just to also take a look at this, we can look at this 4-hour. Let me hide, or not hide, but let me hide it so that we can't see that for right now. You can also be looking at this move right here for price to have rejected, came all the way up here, then reject down to the 71%, respect here, and then go bullish. But I like the sell a little better for right now for current price action, and also looking at it at a daily time frame point of view. So just wanted to show that though. Gonna go ahead and bring that back. All right, so that's what I'm looking at for GU again. I want to see this and this popping to the upside a little more and then drop. Let's go ahead and go on to the 4-hour time frame. So same thing as EU. The 4-hour is currently looking like it wants to go a little bit higher, which again, that's exactly what I would love to see. So if you're a risky seller, you can start putting a position right here, but I would rather wait for a price to climb up a little higher than put me into the trade. Or I'll just use the 15-minute time frame to give me an alert when to get into the sell. I'd rather the 15-minute than the 5-minute, because the 15-minute is just more, it's a little bit more secure than the 5, you know? So short, creates, I'm waiting for this to give me an alert to get into the trade. Like I said, risky sellers, if you're down, then hey, by all means. But I'm probably not gonna join on that one. Or if I do, then it's probably gonna be how many pips? Let's see. From here to these highs, like a 20 pip stop loss, if you will. Or you could just be a little better and then just move your stop loss higher than this high, and then you'll be straight. Because I don't think that this is going to get hit again. But yeah, so that's what GU. Let's go on the daily time frame and see real quick. Yeah, it's a little oversold up here. I mean, overbought up here. I like that. Let's go on the weekly. Weekly definitely looks, yeesh. I'm not feeling how the weekly's looking, but we'll see how this plays out. I definitely want to see the sell on GU and all that stuff. So let's go ahead. And again, I'm going to set my sell limit right there, and we'll see how things go. Let's go to AUD USD. One second, y'all. Yes. All right, so AUD USD, perfect. So this is the exact reason why I didn't want to put my stop loss at break even for AUD USD last week, because I did think that it was going to come back up, and it came exactly to the zone I wanted. For those who are still holding from last week, if you want, you can hold that trade. I'm not looking at it right now, but let me go on a 1-hour time frame to do this. Actually, AUD USD is one of the better looking trades that I want to get into personally, because if you get it from this from this high, if you want to take it from this high, from this swing to this swing down here, you can see that price is at the 71%, which is already at my previous sell entry for the swing. I think I'm going to get back into this trade actually right now. So AUD USD, I do not like that bullish candle on the 1 hour, but I'm going to go ahead and take a chance. So I'm selling that, and my stop loss is going to be at 0.3700. 0.73700. All right, perfect. So I'm risking about 0.06% of my account on this trade right here. All right. So go ahead, and like I said, I'm getting into this trade personally. I like it out of the other USD pairs that I usually trade. I like this the most for a drop right here at the 71%. I'm still using the arbitrage. I mean, not arbitrage. I'm still using this stop loss at 81 pips right here. I still like that, but if you don't want to use that, you can use this instead. So your entries right here, you can use this stop loss for price to come back up here instead, and then continue dropping. You can even use this trade. It's a 27 pip stop loss, and your reward will be like 123 pips, which is a very good trade in my opinion. But I do like the swing sell on AUD USD though. So this is for intraday wise. If you want, you could take that trade, but this is the trade that I personally like better. Right here, where I want to take price back down to these lows. I do think that the DXY, the US dollar, I do think that it's going to go bullish for a little bit. Not 100% sure about that. It's if there's this book called Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, and he does say that usually after, statistically, right? Statistically speaking, after an election year, um, after the election has gone by, that the stock market usually tends to be on decline. And when the stock markets are on a decline, that means the U.S. dollar is in a is going higher, right? I mean, and technically speaking, we are in a recession, so that's another thing that you got to look out for. But I'm just saying that I'm more confident in a bearish U.S. dollar. So I'm going to get into this trade. And obviously, if price does come up and hit this stop loss, this 27 pip stop loss right here, price can still reject off of 0.73224 and then continue dropping. So that's something that you want to watch out for. Show it one more time. So yeah, for AUD USD, for this trade, you can get in right here, and your stop and your TP could be down here. It's a 1 to 4.5, 1.1 to 4.46 risk to reward ratio. You're risking 27 pips. You're looking to gain 123. I like those odds. I actually might add another position and play this trade as well. So yeah, I'm gonna do that for sure. All right. So let's go on to the 4-hour arbitrage. So now, same thing with the other USD pairs. I am very well aware that it is calling for this buy, but I do want to see if it's going to hold at this upper danger zone right here. Again, I do like the odds of this trade, and so therefore I'm going to hold this. Let's go into the 15-minute time frame. Okay, 15 minutes calling for some oversolds. I mean, if you really want to have a tight stop loss and be like, okay, I'll just wait for an alert, you can get into the sell right now and then put your stop loss at 0.7 to like 3,100, right? That would be I think that might be like a 15 pip stop loss. Oh, well, it's 23 pip stop loss. So yeah, like just take the regular trade and be a little bit more riskier than usual. But I like the odds of this trade a lot. I was looking at it last week and I was like, you know what? Just gonna wait and be patient until this week. Why not? So that's for AUD USD on my monitor. And this is not an arbitrage indicator trade, so I don't really have anything for y'all except for a stop loss getting hit. Let's go on to GA. All right, GA is on the decline. Yeah. See what we got right here. Oh, Lord. That wick, though. All right, so as I was saying last week with GA, I still wanted to really see this level right here get hit, and it didn't do that necessarily. But what I did get out of it, I mean, what did end up happening was price did come back down to this buy box, and it's still respecting it. It still looks like it might possibly want to come back up to the upside at 1.18300, which is a perfect psychological level for it to continue dropping. Which that's what I want to see happen. I still want to see that happen. Don't really have anything that's changing my mind at this point, unless this zone gets broken, right? That's the only thing that would really be like, okay, no, it ain't gonna happen. I want to see what this fib looks like real quick. At the 50%, oh, at the 61.8. Well, that's interesting. That's real interesting. But anyways, I still want to see this go bullish. Kind of not really interested in the bears. If AUD USD is usually looking to sell, and that's what I'm looking for on AUD USD, then I'll be like, I'm not really looking to sell GA at the same time, right? So on the daily time frame, it definitely rejected off of that RSI line, right? So that's on the daily. 4 hour time frame, it did call for this buy, and it's been looking solid for the buy ever since. But now currently right now it looks like price might be looking to close under this RSI line. So if it goes under this RSI line, then it's most likely going to call for a sell. Therefore, I'm going to be patient and wait on GA as well, right? 1 hour just called for the sell. Exactly. So just called for the sell. There was a gap in the market, and it closed it back up, and now it looks like it wants to keep dropping. So what I would suggest is I'm just going to go ahead and set the 15-minute alert to tell me when to get into a long opportunity, and then we'll see what the market looks like from there. But for right now, I mean, this is just like with I just like that 61.8 hit that it did, and then it bounced back up. If it could come back down a little lower, that'd be solid. Like, hold on, let me come back over here. I mean, from this drop right here, it got picked back up, hit that 60. Yeah, I like the bullish move on this, personally speaking. I do like the bullish move on GA. But if price can come back down again, down here one more time, then I'll most likely get into a sell opportunity, and then my stop loss would probably be at like 1.80724. But I mean, even right here, we're getting into a buy. It doesn't look terrible, in my honest opinion. In fact, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go ahead and set a buy limit right there. And it could possibly even start going bullish from right here. But I'm gonna go ahead and leave that buy limit there and see what happens. Okay, so I'm basically green on GA. Like the 15-minute hasn't given a signal or anything, but I do have my alert to tell me when to get into it. So let's see what happens with GA. Let's go to EA. I'm pretty sure EA is kind of looking the same thingish. I love where it's sitting right now off of this bullish impulsive move. Although still got to be careful because overall this was from where the bullish move started at. So price can still definitely come down lower over here, but I do, if it can stay right here, or if it's gonna stay at this from this low right here, then I definitely like the buy opportunity for a quick short term. Well, not even short term buy. Oh yeah, short term buy, like probably back up to these highs. I would like that a little better. So there you go with that. That's it's 20 pip stop loss. So, and this is for it's Sunday, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. Y'all know how I'd be. I don't be caring like that. No, I'm joking. I do be caring, but y'all know I'm a little riskier than most traders. So I'm risking 0.04% of my account on this trade. 1.62246. All right, I'm all good. And I like the risk reward. It's a 124.64. Like where it came to. I did plan on this move to be happening, so let's see how this turns out. Go over to arbitrage. 15-minute time frame is just started calling for it's oversold. Came to the third deviation. I like that. Dang, it looks like I wanted this move too on EA. I do see the 1 hour though is calling for a sell, so I don't like that type of confluence. But again, I'm only risking 20 pips on this account. I'm risking $40 on this move. All right, so I'm not even tripping about that. I'm risking $40 off of this quick or this sniper move from what I had planned last week because this is what I wanted in the first place. So then let's go on to the 4 hour time frame because I think that's what's giving me the most confidence to get into this trade. All right, so like I said, I've been waiting for this move for price to come down and then go to the upside. And it's finally here. I'm getting into this trade. I like my chances. Set my exit on the 4 hour. Okay, I might actually just end up playing that instead. So long exit all instead of having that type stop loss, but I don't think that I have to really worry about anything. But I do love this 4 hour buy move. In fact, all right. I lowered my stop loss a little lower, but yeah, I definitely like this buy move on EA. So let's see how things play out. All right. So currently in 3 trades. I mean, technically I'm not in GA, but I still like it. All right. Damn, I already showed you guys this, but let's just talk about it. EG, love this bullish move that it made. The retracement that I would appreciate more for EG would be from here to down here. It's already hit the 50% fib, but I would like for it to come a little lower, like 0.89477, then decide to pop, like something like this, right? That's what I would like to see more on EG. Take this, put that into a buy box. And then if this happens, I'll probably risk like about 0.5% to like maybe even 1% of my account on this trade. Because I want to see GU drop, but then I don't want to see GA drop at the same time. Dilemmas. We all have them, right? But EG definitely want to see this bullish move on it. Let me go to the 4 hour real quick, see something. This could be though a continuation to the downside. Just go looking at the 4 hour, it is in a downtrend. You see it has the high, the low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Could be making a lower low right here, but we'll just have to see about that. Let's go on the daily time frame. It did make a nice rejection off of this zone right here, which is still kind of wild to me. So, I mean, EG, I think I'm just gonna. I do like, and again, this is where price is currently. Hold on. Dang, I gotta move this whole thing. There. So for EG, sorry. So for EG, I do like seeing that it is at this daily zone where it's once rejected off of. So I do want to see this continue to the upside, like I mentioned. So let's go back to the 4 hour and reset the chart. Yeah, I definitely like where it's at for the continuation to the upside at that at that daily zone. So let's see how this plays out. I might wait a little bit to get into this trade though. Because again, I want to see it come down to this buy box right here. On the 4 hour time frame, we do have it. It did call for a sell. It's kind of weird though because it still kind of looks like it can go bullish, and it also is still technically hasn't closed under the 4 hour. It still hasn't closed under the RSI line, so I wouldn't consider that a sell either. And it still hasn't broken under this. Dang, I always forgot this lower danger zone right here. So I'm still bullish on EG. I actually like this. I might get into a risky buy very shortly. Daily time frame. Daily time frame is also chilling at this lower danger zone. Kind of looks like an inverted head and shoulders type of thing to me. I didn't even see that on the daily from the technical analysis point of view. 1 hour is calling for the sell, so you got to be careful with this because this definitely looks like it wants to drop. So yeah, I'll be waiting. I'm personally going to be waiting a little bit longer for that 61.8 move. Like I said, I might get into a risky trade and just end up putting my stop loss at 0.89550 or something. But other than that, I do want to see EG move. I want it to drop, then pop. So let's see how that plays out. Euro NZD. Ooh, EN over here trying to make some moves to the downside, ain't it? Okay, so let's see what EN is talking about on the daily. Ooh, this looks like a liquidity grab. This bearish move to the downside kind of looks like a liquidity grab to me for EN. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this up right here. Dang, this so I hate this wick because then it just makes this look so foolish, but it happened. You see, hit this 90%, still popped up, and it's still holding over this daily support that it hit 1, 2. This is the third time. It's still, or fourth time technically, if you still want to consider it. I kind of still like the buys on EN, although currently on current market structure, there's nothing saying that this is going for a reversal on the daily time frame. Even if you want to do it something like this. Oops. Where is it? There you are. Well, not necessarily, kind of, but not really. You can still say that this is because you have 1 hit, 2 hits, 1 hit, not 2 hits, but then like a fake out. This just looks like a liquidity grab to me more than anything, and I don't like this channel, so I'm gonna just delete it. But I still like the chances of EN going bullish. That's just my personal opinion on it. I still think that it can. Let's go into the 4 hour real quick. So from this bullish push that it made, I didn't even think it was going to go this high. I would love to see price come down here to 1.71670 and then pop up. Let's just do it from right here. I would love for it to come down to this, right, this 61.8 and then for it to pop. So I'm looking at this. I like this move even better than EG personally. So, but EN does have a tendency of playing my life. So let's see how this goes. Buy box. I would love for this to drop and then pop. All right, so let's see how that plays out for EN. Gonna go on to arbitrage real quick. Okay, so daily time frame, selling, 4 hours. About to call for a buy, but it does need to break through this RSI line, retest it, then continue to the upside. So I'm still looking for that. 15-minute definitely is already called for that drop when the market opened. So gonna wait on EN, like I said, most likely for it to go down to that 61.8 for me. That would be mad love. And so yeah, let's see how that plays out. Gonna just be patient with it. I'm not gonna rush it. So let's go on to gold. Ooh, this is gonna be gnarly. All right, so gold has been making its way up since it came down here, made a double bottom for it to come back up to the sell box, and that's ultimately what I'm still seeing. Nothing's really changed for me on gold. It has been making that bullish move. When price came up here last week, I did say that I was taking my profits. I am out of this trade, but I do still want to see this sell box get hit before I think about selling gold again. So nothing's really changed. I mean, this bearish move, I can't say that price is gonna buy after that. Like go on a long-term buy. I'm more bearish on it than I am bullish overall, right? 15-minute time frame looked like it wanted to try to sell right here, but it ended up coming back to look for a buy. I don't know. I just, like I said, I'd rather just wait for a price to get up to 1905 and then it can make a move after that. Even the 4 hour doesn't look that great to me. So I'm just gonna sit on my hands on gold. I want price to go up to 1905 before I make a decision on if I'm gonna keep selling it or what's gonna happen, you know? So that's just me for gold, personally. Don't want to talk too much about it. Let's go over here to let's go to the daily real quick, see what we have. And I also don't kind of really care for how price, although it did make this, oops, hide it. Don't need to get rid of it. So, I mean, even on a daily, it's just like a huge daily engulfing candle. I just want price, yeah, 19. It's the same thing. I can't think otherwise. I mean, I do see that, yes, price did come and reject off of this zone right here, which is totally fine. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, but that bearish engulfing candle though. Like, look, we had a bearish engulfing candle right here. Price retested, dropped all the way down to here. That can be the very next thing that's happening right now. So I'm more bearish on gold than bullish, but I'm just gonna wait and see how things play out on that. So S&P 500. I'm glad I got out of this sell when I had the chance, right? Okay, so let me go to the 4 hour real quick. It's been bullish. Let's see here. Remove all that first of all. So after this bearish impulsive move to the downside, let's see where price has gone up to right now. It's currently at the 61.8, which I like for the potential sell. All right here, right? Yeah, I like that a lot. I do see that W, so this could be a totally bullish move going to, or that's the sell box. This can be definitely a potential move to the upside, which would most likely push AUD USD to the upside as well, which is weird. But I like this sell though. I do like this sell on S&P 500 for it to at least come down to the equal lows, equal lows. I'm gonna go ahead and put a sell limit at my 71% fib though. You are more than welcome to get into a position where it's currently at, but I personally want to only get it at this 71% fib. And my stop loss is going to be, I kind of want to put it right here at the 90%, but I'm going to go ahead and just also widen it a little more so that I can risk less money. And so, yeah, this is going to be my trade setup on this S&P move. It's a 1 to 2.44, so that's not even, it's not that great, but I like, my rule is that I like trading with the 1 to 2 or higher, so I'll take it. I really would love to see price still drop down to like 61.8 extension right here, which that would make the trade a 1 to 4.51, but I'm not really counting on that at this point in time. So, and another way I could just make my risk reward smaller is just put it right here. Then it becomes a 1 to 3.78, almost a 1 to 4. So yeah, I like this sell. Let's go on to arbitrage. Arbitrage definitely is not liking that sell. It's like, what you mean? Daily time frame, hella bullish. The 4 hour, it was setting up for a sell, but then it's gone up to be bullish again. But like I mentioned, I'm still looking for that sell. Wait, what does it say? Okay, never mind. Yeah, I'll text you later. Um, 1 hour is starting to call for oversolds, so I'm gonna be watching for that. And the 15-minute again oversolds, but it's all just very risky entries at this point for a sell if you're looking at it from an arbitrage point of view. But from my point of view, I like the entry right here, like anywhere right now. Like you can even get in right now. So have the same stop loss as me, but I like this sell right here. So that's what I'm going with for the S&P, and I'm pretty sure the Dow Jones looks very similar. Stop loss get taken out at break even. That's fine. Take that off. I like this where it came back up to at this zone. Still would rather prefer to see. Oh, actually, no. I'm probably gonna get into this right now. Yeah, I'm gonna get into US 30. I'm gonna go ahead and put that there at the 71. Then my stop loss would be right there. I would love for a price to come to the 61.8. That's where I'm looking at it to ultimately go down to. But for now, let's just take our profits right there. So it's a 1 to 2.5. Not bad. So I'm gonna hop into that. Yes. So boom. And then 30038.4. Sure. All right, and so I'm gonna be risking like $80 on this move right here. But yeah, guys, so that is my analysis that I have right now. Um, Anything else anybody wants me to look at by any chance, any trades or anything like that? And if not, then we'll be good to go and let's make some money out here. So let's see. Nothing. All right, all right. All right, well, sounds good. I hope you guys all have a good night and let's have a profitable week. No problem, Lorraine. Have a good one, y'all.